FYI, if you guys hear me scream like a little girl here in just a second. Let me see here. Where do we start? The Phase 5 launched this past week, obviously. And, dude, let me tell you. I am just enamored by all of the posts that Blizzard's had to make in the last week over, like, having to ban other players or, like, talking about griefing and all that stuff. I was like, well, no offense, Blizzard, but what did you expect? When you didn't change the amount of mats we needed, you didn't enforce a time gate of some kind, you didn't do anything. You didn't do phasing, which I'm glad you didn't, because I'm not a fan of that, especially for this. But seriously, you just said we're going to do exactly how we did it 16 years ago, even though the servers are, what, 5-6 times the size of what they were? Some servers are completely imbalanced. Some economies are just so out of whack because everybody's got a freaking mage alt that's farming tens of thousands of gold a week. I'm just kind of sitting there scratching my head thinking, dude, this is classic. This is not vanilla. Everybody has to remember that. But there's a part of me that's a little hurt that the war effort was done just like that. I'm like, son, no. No. But I will say this. It's over. It's done with. AQ comes out tomorrow. Let's do it. Let's jump right in. But I don't know. I feel like, well, AQ won't come tomorrow. It'll come after the 10-hour event. But anyway, there's going to be a time this week when we all step into Ahn'Qiraj, most of us anyway, and start mopping the floor with it. Because after researching everything that goes into all these boss fights, I'm not even remotely concerned. Not even remotely. Not one damn bit am I concerned. Cthulhu is probably going to be the only boss in there that's going to give us more than probably one wipe. Maybe two on certain bosses. I can see Battleguard Satura being a two wipe raid or a 2-wipe fight. But Cthulhu, probably wipe on him 3 or 4 times before we finally figure it out. No big deal. But FYI, if you guys hear me scream like a little girl here in just a second, don't mind me. I'm just out here farming Prince Najak for the last 28 hours, give or take. And yeah, this SOB ain't showing up. I'm terrified to go to sleep now because I'm thinking this dude about to spawn any minute. Beside the point, change the mat sizes, Blizzard. Scale it with the size of the faction on each side. Now I get that's probably not fair because the Alliance could very easily feed the Horde, or the Horde could very easily feed the Alliance the mats they needed through the neutral auction house and all the other shenanigans. But at the very least, inflate the numbers to where they can't do this crap in like a day. Like, the freaking war effort was done in like 48 hours. I mean, we're talking kaput, capiche, finito. Like, done. The war effort back in vanilla was something when you walk down the corridors in the passageways of Ironforge and you saw the crates and the barrels and all the new NPCs roaming around, you went to Siltis to see what was new. You got excited every single reset because you're like, oh, what happened? What's new? You see all these different people patrolling, and the orcs and the dwarves and all the weapons and armaments lined up on the road. You're like, golly, it's so amazing. It's so immersive. I get that now. That's not that big a deal because we've been playing WoW now for like 16 years almost, and it's like, come on now. Things phasing and changing with how you interact with the world around you, that's nothing new. But at the same time, part of me was kind of looking forward to it. That 16-year-old boy that still lives deep inside my heart was like, I can't wait. It's going to be so fun to get to see it. And it's done in 5 days. Tuesday, reset. 5 days later, war effort's over. Done. Kaput. I'm just like, whoo, okay, that's frustrating. That's frustrating. But what I will say is, while I don't agree with that approach, because I think if you simply supplement the size of the mats, you're not doing anything. You're just causing, you're just causing people to do a little extra work, and it probably wouldn't have slowed anybody down. Because as inflated as everybody's wallets are right now on Classic, because people, you can make gold so easy on Classic compared to Vanilla. It was so stupid back then. Nobody back then had the wherewithal to think, hey, I should probably level a mage as an alt. That way I could make tons of gold by selling carries, or, you know, spamming ZF or ZG and selling Bloodvine or whatever the hell else I was going to do. Like, that didn't really register back in Vanilla. I'm sure there were people that did do it, but probably only the people that leveled mages as mains. Like, not everybody was an altaholic back then. Whereas now, I can't swing a dead tree branch without hitting somebody in my guild that's got like 5 level 60s. I don't know how you do it, to be honest with you, because I did it one time and I was like, nope, I'm done. My hunter is all I need. But at the same time, hunters have Dharma Tribute. We've got jump runs. Freaking A. We got so many different ways to make gold. It's ridiculous. And the fact that I don't have... Whoa! Prince Najak! Where is he? Where the hell is he? Where is he? Got you, you mangy son of a gun. Ha! Ha! I found you! I found you, you ugly mother flower! Alright, Prince Najak. You're going down, son. The moment of truth, baby. I'm not gonna look. 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 Oh, stream! Yes! Yeah! This man right here now, get you some! The rank 12 grind is on, baby! It's on! Wow! Let's go! Hot damn! I don't even give a turkey anymore. Phase 5, be a show. I don't care. You can be the biggest muffed up, messed up piece of junk I ain't ever seen in my life. But you give me title charm. Let it be known. Okay. Well, in that case, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. I can't believe it. I can't deadgum believe it. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look at that now. Look at that now. Don't that just look smexy? Don't that just look smexy? At the end of the day, Blizzard was stuck between a rock and a hard place. They were going to get crapped on if they did phasing. They were going to get crapped on if they stuck with the normal. They'd have gotten crapped on if they'd inflated the mats necessary to do it. They'd have gotten crapped on if they'd put a 3-week time gate on it, which is what a lot of people were kind of hoping they would do, kind of, sort of. At least in my inner circle, we're kind of hoping, because of the simple fact that even at 3 weeks, Scarab Lord still would have been a pain in the butt. I mean, it still would have been a pain. Because everybody on this server's Horde, Alliance, doesn't matter. This is a cross-faction pain in the butt grind. You're competing with everybody. And God forbid you're on a PvP server and your guild didn't buy into being protected, because you were gonna get freaking on. I mean, it was gonna be bad. So, barring that, Blizzard was stuck between a rock and a hard place. I don't think there was a right answer. If it had been me, if I had worked at Blizzard and I was in charge of the Classic project, I would have suggested a 2-week launch. That's what I would have done. A 2-week, patch 4.5-ish, 4.75-ish kind of thing. I don't know. Just a 2-week period to say, okay, you've got 2 weeks until Phase 5 launches. Boom, the war effort kicks off. You got 2 weeks to get Scarab Lord. That gives, depending on how you divided up your raids, probably to kill Broodlord, you know, to kill Razorgore, Veil, and Broodlord, you could have probably done BWL pretty easily with 20-25 people in most guilds, and which means that a typical 2-3 raid guild could have probably had as many as 8 to 12, depending on the size of your guild and how many raids you had. You could have had 8 to 12 Scarab Lords, potential Scarab Lords, let me put it that way, because you could have gotten that many Broodlord's heads, you could have gotten that many unforeseen kills, whatever. But it is important to point out that even then you would have had the same issue. It just would have been spread over a longer period of time. So, I don't know. Given the fact that I wanted to claw my own eyeballs out over the first week, if you'd stretch it out over 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, it wouldn't have mattered, I don't think. The populations of these servers are so immense. The fact that you'd given it more time, which means more people would have thought they could have made it, which means this whole mess would have been pulled out longer and prolonged longer. You would have just pissed off all the guilds that were trying to go for world first or server first or whatever. Even if you time gated it and you said this is not officially patch 5 or phase 5, this is phase 4.5. This AQ doesn't matter if the war effort's done, doesn't matter if anybody got Scarab Lord during the space, because you weren't gonna be able to open up the gates anyway. That probably would have been less of a problem for most people. But if you'd done that at phase 5 launch and said, nope, it's time gated 3 weeks, oh, people would have been pissed. So I'm frustrated. Not for my sake, but just for the sake of all those individuals who put their heart and soul into trying to get Scarab Lord, genuinely hoping and thinking that they were going to get it, and then just getting crushed because they walked out there and they looked at the literal crap hole that Silitus had become, and it was just not feasible. Even with 20 people pulling 8, 10, 12-hour shifts around the clock, we couldn't even put a dent in it. We couldn't even get halfway by like Sunday morning. No way. Like, it was coming up on dawn on Sunday morning, and we've been at it since Tuesday night, most people, and we weren't even halfway done. I mean, that right there tells you everything you need to know. But, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, we tip our cap to the challenge, and we gave, or we sold at a much cheaper, reasonable price to the guilds that were teetering on that edge of not quite sure they could get it, but they had a huge bump in carapaces, they were going to make it. Boom, we helped them out. We did what we were supposed to do in Classic. We're a community. We help people. We're there for each other. That's what the True Shot Brigade is about. That's what, you know, other Classic Discords are about. That's what our Pay Gold Discord is about. It's about people coming together as a community and helping each other out. That's what Vanilla is supposed to be about, and that's what I miss about Vanilla in retail. So, yeah. Damn. Closing thoughts, there you go. I don't feel like Blizzard did anything right. I don't think Blizzard did anything wrong. I think they were stuck between a rock and a hard place. There you go. Drop a pin. Give it a thumbs up, a like, a comment, subscribe, all that jazz for the one and only Title Charm. I have no idea how I managed to plan it that way, but it happened. I love you guys as always, and I'll see you in the stream tomorrow afternoon. Love you guys very much, and I'm Zera, and I'm signing out, boys. So long.